All right, welcome back to the Marketing Mindset. I'm Joe Koufman, CEO of AgencySparks, and every week we talk about a different topic that's useful to marketers. And this week I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about productivity. But if you want to see past episodes of the Marketing Mindset, you can always go to agencysparks.com/marketing mindset, or you can go to youtube.com/agencysparks. And many of the topics that we talk about on the Marketing Mindset are available on our blog if you go to agencysparks.com/blog archives. So this week, I particularly wanted to talk to you about productivity. I had the good fortune to go to a retreat for an organization that I'm a part of called EO, which is the Entrepreneurs Organization. And what it is it's basically a group of like-minded CEOs of companies that get together on a monthly basis to discuss issues that each other are having within our businesses. And so as part of that, we did a retreat this past weekend, and one of my colleagues, a guy named Adam Walker, who's the CEO of a agency called Sideways 8, which is a WordPress-based but web design and creative agency. He brought to us sort of a book review of some tips that help with productivity. So there's actually a book. It's called 15 Secrets People Know About Time Management. Successful People Know About Time Management. It's by a guy named Kevin Cruz. And the book is a New York Times bestseller, but people like Mark Cuban and other billionaires and Olympic athletes and other folks like that, 200 entrepreneurs, etc. He interviewed many of them to understand what some of their biggest tips and tricks were to manage time. And so I'm going to talk through some of they have kind of 15 secrets. I'm going to tell you the 15 secrets, and then I'm going to recommend that you actually go get the book, but also there's a 15timesecrets.com is the website for the book. So I'm going to recommend that you go pick up the book when you get a chance. So I'm going to talk through the 15 secrets, and then hopefully you'll be better at managing your own time. The first thing in the book, the first tip, is that people that are very successful at managing time focus on minutes. And one of the concepts they bring up in the book is that there are 1,440 minutes in every day. And so I made myself a handy little sign here, 1,440, because there are 1440 minutes in the day. And one of the things they talk about in the book is not letting people steal your time. If you've got 1,440 minutes in the day, use them wisely. It doesn't mean you can't socialize and other things, but you just don't want people stealing your time. You want to invest them intentionally. The second point they make is they set daily priorities and they identify what their most important task. Some people have read the book Eat the Frog first, and they want to try to do the most difficult task first. But it's not the most difficult task that you should do first. It's the most important task. And often we're most productive in the morning hours at the beginning of the day. So often that's the best time to do your most important task. The third thing is they don't do to-do lists. Instead, they schedule everything on their calendar. So the book recommends 15-minute blocks to schedule time in 15-minute blocks. But if you put it on your calendar, then it's more likely to get done than if it's just on a list of things you check off. The fourth point is that they beat procrastination with time travel. And they want to make sure that here's the thing. We all say, I'll get to that. And we rely on our future self to get things done that we should be getting done immediately today. And so it's impossible to predict what your future self will do and how they'll respond. The fifth thing, they make it home for dinner every day if possible. They block priorities and they feel guilt-free at the end of the day if they do go home for dinner because they've accomplished all the things that they wanted to in their task list. That's 5. Number 6, they use a notebook. They capture everything in this notebook, and it allows them to clear their minds and keep their minds carefree, and then they move the to-dos to the calendar. Okay, so the notebook is important. Number 7, they check email only 3 or 4 times a day. They don't let social media or email break the flow of the things that they need to accomplish. Number 8, they avoid meetings at all costs. They don't hold meetings, and if you have to have a meeting, they often recommend that people stand for the meeting, and stand-ups require people to be brief in their meetings. Number 9, they say no to almost everything. Every yes is actually a no to something else, and so they've done a good job. People that are most productive say no to things that are outside of their goals, and there's the concept of the distant elephant that applies here, and that is, you say yes to something that's happening 3 months, 6 months down the road, and it seems so far away and it's not that big a deal. But once you get up to that event, you realize it's a big hassle and it's a giant elephant, not a distant thing. And so it's important to say no to tasks that you know are going to become time sucks down the road, even though they may be a distant elephant. The 10th principle is they follow the 80-20 rule, and that's that 80% of outcomes come from 20% of the activities. And so if you can identify what those 20% activities are, then you can ignore the rest of the activities. The 11th thing is that they delegate or outsource almost everything on their list. They identify what your unique ability, and you utilize your unique abilities, but if something's outside of your unique abilities, then it's worth trying to find somebody to help with that. I know early on at AgencySparks, I knew that bookkeeping and accounting wasn't my strength, and so I found a really great bookkeeper to help with that. Number 12, they have work themes for the days of the week. So they create schedules for the week, and they focus on these major areas so they can batch tasks. Elon Musk is famous for this at Tesla and SpaceX because he's running 2 massive companies, and so he devotes a couple of days to Tesla and a couple of days to SpaceX, and he sort of has work themes. Number 12, they only touch things once. If something takes less than 10 minutes to complete, then you do it once and then you move on. Number 14, they have a consistent morning ritual. They wake up early and they give themselves 30 minutes for kind of mental and physical and spiritual health. But they have very limited routine that they follow every single morning. And then the 15th and final one here is they don't think about time, they focus on energy. They maximize their energy and to maximize their productivity. So they focus on sleep and diet and exercise, and they take short breaks throughout the day. And so if you can manage, you can't manage time. Time keeps moving regardless of what you do, but you can manage your energy and focus on doing the tasks that are most important at the times when you have the most energy. So I know this wasn't a specific marketing message, but I felt that any marketer could benefit from being more productive and managing time better. So we were really excited to talk about productivity. And so I highly recommend the book, 15 Secrets Successful People Know About Time Management by Kevin Kruse. Again, if you go to 15timesecrets.com, you can get a book there and learn a little bit more about it. But also, again, if there are topics here at the Marketing Mindset that you want to see us cover, please let us know, make some comments. We're happy to cover things that you want to hear about. So thanks for coming back to the Marketing Mindset.